Okay, Abhi, now we'll be doing while loop. Okay, I'll explain the concept of while loop. This will be really useful in solving problems in strings. Okay, so while loop is very important. Okay, before going to while loop, you guys remember for loop? Can anyone give me a very vague or some a brief definition of what did the for loop do? What anyone? You if you remember for loop, then just tell me like a small description of what for loop did in the program. Suppose I write a for loop in my program. What did that do?
Like it just stops the loop, right?
It stops the loop. Like
Like
yeah, it starts and stops the loop. You can say like that, right? So it does something called as iteration. That means it repeats a few statement until some particular condition is arrived. You remember this?
yeah,
Yes.
For loop did for loop what it did is it carried a few instructions that we gave it until some kind of expression or condition is arrived. So while loop is a similar kind of thing, but the format of while loop is different and the format of for loop is different. If both of them do the same thing, we give it an initializing statement, we give it a condition, and we give it a incrementation. Basically it will start from the beginning, from the statement where we give the initialization. It will um, it will work until the condition is arrived. Okay, and after each loop it will increment the value. Okay, same procedure, but the format is a little different. Okay, so this is the syntax for a while loop. What is the difference? Like in for loop, you do initialization, you write the expression, and you do the updation in one line, right? But in while loop, you have to write the initialization before calling the while loop. Okay, is this clear? Write the initialization before the while loop and write the while loop. Inside that you have to give the test expression, and inside that you have to open a curly braces, write the body of the loop. Once you finish writing all the statements inside the loop, you have to update it. Like whatever initialization you gave, you have to update the value after every loop. Okay, I'll take an example so this will make it more clear for you. Okay, so this is one example. First, I'm declaring a variable called as this is n, which is float. Now, what I'm doing is I'm initializing it. I'm saying that n should start from 1. Just like how we did in for loop, we initialize it first. Okay, that is, we give it some value that it should start from. Okay, so this is n equal to 1 is the initialization. I'm writing the while loop and I'm writing a condition. What I mean to say is that I want this loop to work until this condition is true. Once this condition evaluates to false, this loop is terminated. That means that this loop won't work. I mean, this will just move away. Okay. So until this condition evaluates to true, this statement block of statement inside this while loop is going to be working. And after writing the block of statement, here I just have one statement. I need to update the value of n. Since I'm initializing it, I need to update it after every loop. I need to update it, and until this condition remains true, this whole loop is gonna work. Now let us come to the value n equal to 1. N less than 5. Is this condition true? N is 1.
Yes.
It is true.
Yeah, yeah.
It is true, right? So what will do?
Yes.
Printf n value. So it will print what? The value of n. Now what it does is it after, as I said, after every block of statement is executed, it updates the value. Okay, so basically if this now it's printed 1, now it's updating the value of n, that is n equal to n plus 1. Now the value of n is 2, right? Now again the loop is going to work and
You're right.
check this condition whether this will be true, whether 2, now my value of n is 2. because I've updated the value n equal to n plus 1. So n value is 2. One loop is over. Now it will check is n less than 5, 2 less than 5, true or false.
True.
Statement will work. So it will print the value of 2. Now again it will update the value of n. N is updated to plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, that is going to be 3. It will check if it's true. Is 3 less than 5 true?
True.
So it will print, right? Now it will again update the value 4. Now it will be 3 plus 1, that is 4. It will check is n less than 5, that is 4 less than 5 true. Is it true or false? 4 less than 5.
True.
Cool. Very good. Now this will get printed. Now this will again get incremented. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now it will check is 5 less than 5. Very
False.
good. Now,
False.
now since this test expression is evaluated to false, now this loop has ended. This means that loop has ended. Once this test expression evaluates to false, it means that the loop has ended and this is the output that is gonna get printed. Is this part clear? We'll execute this code and see. It is starting. You can do that. Okay, that's now let me do this. Suppose I want a program where I want to print the first four natural numbers. Okay, suppose want to write a program where I want to print the first four natural numbers. So I'm initializing from 1 because natural number starts from 1. Okay, so I'm printing the what's wrong. Oh, I forgot a semicolon. Is it printing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I've not written hash include std type. Hmm. Now, is it printing the first four natural numbers for me? How did it print? First,
Yup.
yeah. So first I initialize the value. That means I wanted, since we know that natural number starts from 1, I initialized it. So I wanted 1 to print first. So first it checked whether that condition is true and then it printed 1. Then I incremented the value. So while loop, remember that the syntax of while loop remains the same. First you initialize the value, write the test expression, write the body of the loop, and after body of the loop, this is very important. If you don't update, this won't get printed. Okay, now I have updated the value. Now once it was 1, then I made it 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then again it checked if it's true, then it printed. Then again I incremented to 3, then it checked, then it printed. Until this statement was true, this printed. Once it evaluated to false, that is because I gave here only 5, it got terminated. Suppose I give 10, what is going to be printed? Anyone? Suppose I give my test expression as n less than 10, what will be my output? See the code carefully and tell me the answer. The loop is going to work until this condition remains to be true. So, what is going to be the output of this program?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Very good. Karthik, right? Very good. Saksham, why only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Why not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Okay, because I'm starting from 1. Remember this. I'm starting from 1 and I want it to print until this condition is arised. So, can anyone tell me why 10 didn't print? Why didn't 10 print? Let us check. Yeah, absolutely correct. So, why didn't 10 print?
N is less than
Yeah,
9, right?
correct. That's why. What if I give this? What will be my output now?
It would be 1 to 10.
Correct.
Rest in peace, GDP.
Ha. Absolutely correct, right? 10. If I want 10 to be printed also, I had to give less than or equal to 10, or else I could have just given less than 11, right? That then also you can print first 10 natural numbers. Now Saksham at this wants 0 to be printed. So what should I do? What changes should I do in the program? He wants 0 to be printed before 1. What do I do?
And equal 0.
Very good. So you change the initialization expression. Okay. You're asking the code to start from 0, then you have to change the initialization number. That means you should say the program that you should start from 0 and then work until this condition arises true, become is true. Okay. So if I give 1, the code will start from 1. If I give 0, then it will start from 0. So whatever value you give here, it will start from there. Okay. Is this code clear to you? Is while loop clear to you? You initialize, then while loop, then write the text condition, it will, and then write the body of the loop, then update the value of n. Now this condition, until this condition remains true, all these block of statements will be executed. Once this evaluates to false, this statement will not execute, it will terminate the loop. That's all. Now I'll give you some practice problems. You guys have to not use the GDB just like we did the last time. Not use the GDB, but predict the output and send it in the chat box. Okay. Then we'll take the code. This is the first code. See carefully how what value I have initialized. See the condition and see whether how is the updation I'm doing. I can even subtract the values. Here I'm doing n equal to n plus 1. Make sure you observe the code properly. What is the kind of changes I'm doing in the code, and you can post the output, predict the output in the chat box. You can just send it in the chat box. Okay, don't check it in the GDB. Whatever, how much ever you understand, try to use that logic and find the output.
4321.
4321. 4321.
Exactly.
Okay, you all are saying me that it's 4321, but I said you some important point to note. Whatever number you initialize with, that will get printed first. Why did you leave 5? Are you getting the mistake? So what will be the output? The actual output will be what? It's not this. This is the wrong answer. 521, correct. Did you understand? So remember, whatever number I initialize with first has to print, right? Because I'm saying here percentage %d. I'm not changing the value of n before printing it. After printing it, I'm changing the value of n, right? So therefore, whatever number I'm initializing first should print, right?
Yeah.
So now did everyone understand this code? The output will be
Yes.
54321.
321.
Huh. So how did that come? Because I did c equal to c minus 1. Basically, every time I'm changing the loop, like every time the loop ends, I'm decreasing the value of c. At first it was 5, it will print 5. Then I'm decreasing it by 1. That means I'm making it 4. Again, it will check if it's greater than 0 and print 4. Then again, I'm decreasing it by 1. It will print 3. Like that. Once it becomes minus 1, this won't be printed because it is not greater than 0. Did you understand this?
Yes.
And now I'll give you one more practice problem. This is easy. You should be able to say the output by just, okay, did I send the same thing? No. You should just be able to say the output by just seeing the code. Remember that I plus plus means nothing but I equal to I plus 1. It's just a very fancy way of writing this. Okay. So now tell me what will be the output. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Everyone has the answer 1 to 5. Okay. 1 to 5. So everyone have the answer 1 to 5, right? Let me take this code. So, is there anyone else with any other answer? Hey, you don't answer. I didn't ask you. Ha, Mahip, you're wrong. Others, answer. Anyone else with some unique answer, like really unique? What is your answer, Mallikarjuna? Okay, hello world. Okay, you say that hello world will get printed. Let's see what will get printed, alright? So, this code, what I'm doing is I'm initializing the value, then I'm checking the condition. I'm printing hello world. I'm not printing a number, right? And then I'm increasing the value. Then again, I'm checking for the condition. Again, I'm printing hello world. So basically, what I'm doing is until this condition remains true, I'm just printing hello world. So how many times this condition will remain true? First, it was 1. 1 less than 6 is true, so it will print hello world. Then it will become 2. Then again it will check 2 less than 6 is true. So it will print hello world. It will again check. So basically it will check till 5 because 5 less than 6 is true. 6 less than 6, by then it will get terminated, right? So 5 less than 6 is the last loop. So basically print this hello world will get printed 5 times. See the output. Hello world is getting printed 5 times. Basically this means that I'm not printing the number. I'm printing hello world, right? You have to look at the printf statement also. What I'm asking the You should see the body of the loop also, what I'm asking the code to do. I can even ask it to sing and dance. It has to sing and dance for the until the condition arises true. It is not necessary I'm always asking to print the number. Okay, this is the logic. Did you all understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine, right? So this was five. This hello world would get printed 5 times. I have another code for you. Everyone has to send me the answer. I minus minus is nothing but I equal to I minus 1. It's just a fancy way of writing it. Try this, like you can use a paper pen or something. You're saying 1 to minus 4. Let's see. Guys, I suggest you don't go with the flow. Try to solve it. In each step, what happens, try to solve it. You will be shocked to see the result sometimes. Okay, so try to solve it instead of guessing. I mean, you can guess like that, but if you guess, I mean, write it in a paper and try to solve it, it's always the accurate answer you get. Others, anyone else with any unique answer? Except I don't want my answer. Hmm. You can take around 2 minutes of time. I'll give you time for this. Anyone else with any other answer? Everyone has to try. See where it is starting. See what I'm asking the user, the code, the compiler to print. Then see how I am changing the values. And accordingly, you'll get the answer. And see the test expression until when it should get printed. If I need everybody's answer, only then I will like proceed. Komal, check. Remember this fact that yes, if I'm saying I'm initializing something, that means it should get printed first because I am not updating the value. I'm simply printing the first initialized value first and then I'm updating. So make sure that that is there. -1? How?
That is greater sign, right? Not less than sign.
Yeah, this is greater. I greater than -1. Are you all getting the answer? I want everybody's answer. There are 17 people. I want all 17 answers in the chat box. Are you all doing, or should I proceed? I want some 2, 3 more answers, then I will proceed. Assuming that others are not able to find the answer, I will move on. Okay. So, some of you have answered it really well. First thing, yes, initialization, it will print 1 first. This is my prediction, okay? It will print 1 first, then it's gonna update the value of I. How am I updating? I'm reducing the value of I by 1. Now, since here it was 1, now what is 1 minus 1?
0.
0. Now it will check if I0 is greater than or equal to -5. It is true. When this condition is true, it will print the number. Now it will again reduce the value of I by -1. So 0 minus 1 is going to be -1. Again, it will check if this condition is true. If -1 is greater than -5. It is true, so it will print -1. Right? So now again I'm reducing -1 by -1. That is going to be -2. You know, right? In negative values, -2, -1 is greater than -5 or -6. So -2 is greater than -5 is true. So it will print the value. Now again it is going to reduce by -1. It's going to be -3. It will again check for the condition. If it's true, then it will print the value, that is -3. Again it will reduce. This is going to be -4. It will check. If it's greater, then it will again print. Now comes -4 minus 1. That is, this is going to be -5. Now it will check for the condition. Will it evaluate to true? Will the last condition evaluate to true?
No.
No. So what will be the output?
1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4.
Very good. That's all. Right? That's all. This is the output. Is this clear to you all? Yeah. So basically, remember that what is the value that you're initializing with, then what are the blocks of statement within the conditional loop, then check for the condition, see how you're updating it, then see at till until what point this condition will remain true. Until that point, the statements inside the loop will get printed. Okay, whatever statements I give, I can even give. Uh, I literally can give anything. I just don't need to just print the value all the time. Whatever statements are there, it will evaluate until this condition remains true. I can write this also, and it will print. I can dance 5 times. See, I have to put a slash in so that it makes sense. See, it is printing 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? This is what. So whatever I say inside the block of the statement, those statements will get printed until that condition remains true. Is while loop clear to you all? Okay. I have one last set of loop. This is gonna confuse you a little, but I'm gonna introduce something that the loop does. Okay. So try this out. Just tell me what will be the output, and I'll tell you what is gonna be the output later. It's interesting. This is interesting. Try it out. Anyone with any interesting answers? You can take your own time, like I'll wait. This is related to something I took in the previous class, operators. See when it is gonna be true, see this is gonna be false, see how it is gonna be like. Okay. Mallikarjuna as an answer. Anyone else with any other answer? Like it shouldn't be like you should have the same answer as Mallikarjuna. Mallikarjuna says 5-3 going on. Makes sense, okay. Anyone else with any other answers? I want everyone to try. Here, your operator concept will also get revised and refreshed. Amar says 5-3-1. Anyone else?
Do not try this in online GDP. रो दोगे आंसर देख
don't try.
GDP GDP तंग कर देगा.
Don't try. Yeah, I was about to say don't try this. I want you to predict. That's all. This is
मेरा अभी भी
interesting.
चल रहा है. मेरा अभी भी चल
Close
रहा
कर
है.
दे, close कर दे. This is really interesting. Okay. So everyone has this answer 3-2-1, 5-3-1, everything, right? First thing, let me revise the concept. Karthik, you're missing out the initialization term. I told you if you're initializing with 5 and I'm printing it, then I'm updating it. So first, the value that I initialize with will get printed, then it will get updated. So 5 is going to print first, not 3. Okay. Karthik, you made a mistake.
Yup, understood.
Yeah, don't do this mistake. Okay, so let us try. How about trying this? Fine, let me try
मत
this.
कर, अभी भी चल रहा है मेरा.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna.
want to see कि कहाँ तक चलता है. Run the code.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what exactly the logic is, and I'll run the code. Okay. The first I'm saying what is the condition, guys? Can someone tell me what is the condition? कंडीशन क्या है इसके अंदर? Okay, if maybe
See.
people are not able to figure out that whatever you write inside the bracket is a condition. So my condition is C, which is, yeah, someone wrote, I guess, C. So the condition is C. So it will first see like while loop ke andar whatever you write, it is gonna either evaluate to true or it will evaluate to false. Okay. So C, if I just write C, it's some real value that makes sense, right? So this is gonna be true forever. Like I have nothing else to do. Like it is gonna be forever ke liye true. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be 5, that is gonna be true. And here I'm saying you have to print that value and then decrease the value by 2 and then print until the statement remains true. So basically this statement will remain true forever and ever, because every even if you change the value of 5 after every loop, this is this is a true statement. C, you're just saying C, that is a number, that is true. So this forms something called as an infinite loop. Okay, this is called as an infinite loop. That means this has no end. You get it? So don't arrive at this kind of condition where if where your test condition remains true all the time for all values. If your test condition remains true, you get something called as infinite loop, and your code will keep running forever and ever. Thank God, I made an error. Where is it? See my.
वो माइनस को हटा के वापस डाल. I was having the same problem.
Okay, maybe I copy pasted. That's why.
Yeah, now it work.
See, it's working, right? So it's an infinite loop. It'll keep printing forever and ever. It has no stop. Did you guys
If
understand?
anyone have doubt, I'm at 25 lakh already.
Do you guys have any doubt regarding this? This is called as an infinite loop. Please don't try this at home. Okay, this is a very bad condition to arrive. So make sure you never arrive at this condition where you're giving an conditional expression which is true forever. Okay, did you understand this concept? I'm correct. Yeah, it's going. So Mallikarjuna was the first one to guess this. So this statement, this condition basically remains true forever. As you can see, the code is still printing the numbers. This is this is like an infinite loop. So is this concept clear to you all? Infinite loop, and the syntax of a while loop. All this is clear to you?
Yeah.
Now I will take up doubts. If anyone have any doubt regarding this loop or any code that we did today, you can ask. All the
Guys, any doubt, anything?
yeah, any doubts? The only thing is that you initialize it before you update it inside the body. Matlab inside the body after writing the body of the loop. So this is the difference basically, and it will keep working until this is true. If this is true forever, then it will work forever, as I showed you guys. So this is the concept behind while loop. Okay, are you guys confident with while loop now? Can you use while loop like in codes? If I use like, would you have any confusion? How many of you are like slightly confident about using while loop now? Like little bit confident about using while loop in codes? Yeah, you guys are little confident. Yeah. So this is all I need. Like little confidence will be there. It will help you do very easy codes. This won't be really tough. This will be easy. Okay. We'll be using this tomorrow while we do string codes. Don't worry, it's gonna be really easy. If you are like thorough, you understood what codes we did in today's class, it's gonna be really easy for you.
Krishna, I want a classroom code.
Which classroom? You were removed from the classroom, right?
Yeah.
Actually, the invitation is turned off. You can ask sir or Mahi to let you in.
Okay. Now shifted from ma'am class to this.
Again you shifted, but you have to do the activities also, right?
Yeah, I will do. I completed in math classroom, fourth class.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to complete in this
You
remedial one.
basically you're doing that also, this also.
Today onwards, I'm only doing on this only.
That you finished?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then now you can join here.
Yeah.
And Mallikarjun, how much you want to study?
Bro, I'm not studied well in that. I didn't understand anything in
Then
math
how
class.
did you complete it? Control C, Control V.